Before you put your adhesives onto your new screen, you're going to need to just quickly prepare the screen, which quite often comes like this, which has the cable to attach it to the motherboard stuck to the front of the screen. You need to peel these off and make sure that so that's loose, so you can put stickers, the adhesives underneath it. The first thing we're going to do is glue the left hand side, and we start using the adhesive which sticks to the bottom left hand corner. You'll see it with a large rectangular shape and a little tab which sticks on the bottom, out from the bottom side, and it's a long thin strip which goes up the left hand side of the screen. So just peel it off from the wax paper, and then you'll see there's a little tab which sticks out on the bottom corner, which you use to line up against the left hand corner, and that's your guide. So stick it so it touches the edge but not overlaps the edge, so it sticks out over doesn't stick out over the edge of the screen. Place it so the oblong is the rectangle is parallel to the bottom side of the screen, and then with the left hand side make sure you just stretch it out and so it's parallel with the left hand side, and stick it down in the top right hand corner, and then rub your finger down to make sure there's no air bubbles. The next bit is to glue the top section which covers or surrounds the camera holder. So you see it's that big double rectangular shape with a square cut out in the middle. So that's going to go across the top around the camera holder. So you may need to fiddle around and adjust this, so peel it on and off if you have to, but just make sure you line it up so it's entirely parallel with the top edge of the screen, and also the top edge of the outer edge of the screen. So stick it down so it touches the first adhesive. You may need to readjust it like I have to here, and just make sure that that's firmly down with no bubbles in it, and it's square to the edge, it's parallel to the edges. So rub it so you make sure you get any air bubbles out. The next stage is to do the right hand side, which is a thicker has a thicker edge, but you just again use the tab which sticks out in the top corner and stick that into the corner. Stick that bit down first. You may need to use your fingernail to make sure the adhesive goes underneath the ribbons on the right hand side, but just stick it down carefully. If necessary, adjust it so that you don't have to have it sticking out from the right hand edge of the screen. Again, I see I had to adjust it here to make sure it wasn't sticking out, and then rub it down with your finger to make sure there are no air bubbles in it. That's important to do, so you make sure you get a good stick when you put the screen down onto the iPad 3 later on. So we're going to move to the right hand corner. You see there's a little adhesive sticker which has another tab which sticks out, which you again touch. That touches the edge of the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So just stick that down so that corner tab is just touching the right hand bottom corner, and then stick that down. You may need to move the ribbon out of the way just to make sure it goes underneath the ribbon or the cable which sticks it to the motherboard. And then there is a thick adhesive sticker which connects the last sticker and the right hand side of the screen, so that just flick the ribbon up and make sure that's pressed down firmly into place. We're now going to put the adhesives which sit just beneath the home button on. The one which has got a thick end and a very small edge part cut out, that sits on the right hand side just beneath the home button. So make sure that the cutout sits just beneath the home button, adjust it so it does sit beneath there. Place it down at one end and then rub your finger along it to rub any bubbles out of it so it sits down there just beneath the home button. And then next we're going to put the thin strip which again sits the opposite side to the home button. So again there's a very thin strip which sits is cut out so it sits just beneath the home button. Place that down and rub it along so you rub any air bubbles out again. And that's an important area because just to the left of the home button is where the Wi-Fi antenna sticks to the inside of the screen. There are two small little bit strips left, so just put them down to the right hand side of the home button, and then stick them down firmly so you get a nice adhesion when you put the screen on later on. And that is it. Make sure you then just take the backings off before you put the stick the iPad screen onto the iPad frame, and that is it. The iPad 3 screen adhesive guide done and ready for you.